Chillingly, The Shining is partly based on a true story. The supernatural elements of Jack Torrance's stay at the Overlook Hotel are inspired by a real haunting in Colorado and the Stanley Hotel where its writer stayed. Horror legend Stephen King based multiple stories on his own life, with personal looks at his struggles with addiction, but The Shining is a slightly different species. The Shining novel was the basis for Stanley Kubrick's 1980 masterpiece film, and the horror movie introduced millions of viewers to the Overlook Hotel. While many aspects of The Shining story are fantastical and fictional, the story told by Stephen King and adopted by Stanley Kubrick was partially inspired by real events. While the Overlook Hotel is not an existing location itself, the Stanley Hotel in Colorado has an eerie true story that's behind parts of The Shining. The Shining's hotel is based on a haunted room at the Stanley Hotel, Colorado. The Overlook Hotel was inspired by a real haunting. Many elements in The Shining, including the hotel itself, were inspired by the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. While The Shining true story doesn't involve a man named Jack Torrance losing his mind and killing his family, the locale of the book and Stanley Kubrick's movie do have a real-life counterpart. In 1974, King and his wife spent time at the isolated Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. When King stayed at The Shining's Overlook Hotel's inspiration, the Stanley Hotel, in the mid-70s, he and his wife were in room 217. That specific room has a haunted history involving the chief housekeeper, Elizabeth Wilson. In 1911, Wilson was injured in an explosion caused by lighting a lantern. Though she survived the event, it's said that she still wanders around the room, moving luggage and folding clothes. King claimed to have seen a young boy while going to his room, which wasn't possible considering he and his wife were the only confirmed guests. There have been several other accounts detailing unexplained noises, figures, and personal objects stolen or broken. While roaming the real hotel, King felt inspired by the long corridors and the isolated feel. His experience instantly gave him the idea for the horror novel. The Stanley Hotel was built by freelance Oscar Stanley of the Stanley Steamer fame, and opened in 1909. The 142-room resort was meant for wealthy vacationers and also served as a health retreat for those suffering from tuberculosis. The Stanley Hotel is still in operation and, with its panoramic views of the Rockies, remains a tourist destination. The hotel also has a very haunted history which has helped attract viewers and paranormal investigators.